Let's continue chapter 8, that is cell, structure and function. The new topic is cell structure and function. Bodies of different organisms such as animals and humans are made up of number of cells of different kinds. The similar cells that work together make tissues. Tissues that work together form organs, and different organs combine to form an organ system. For example, the digestive system in human beings has many organs which perform different functions such as digestion, absorption, and assimilation. Different organ systems work together and form an organism. In the same way, in plants, the roots take up water and minerals from the soil and stem, and they distribute the food and water to different parts of the plants. Next topic is parts of the cell. The cell has three main parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. So the cell membrane is the outermost layer of a cell. It is thin, delicate membrane which separates the inner content of the cell from the outer medium. It is also known as plasma membrane. Cell membrane is present in both plants and animal cells. It is living, elastic, and porous. Porous means there are small pores or holes made up of proteins and lipids. Lipids are a kind of fats. So the function of cell membrane are, that is, it provides protection to the cell, it gives shape and rigidity to the cell. Rigidity means hardness to the cell. It regulates the movement of substance in and out of the cell. In plant cell, there is thick outer covering outside the cell membrane. That is called cell wall. It is made up of cellulose, a form of carbohydrate. The cell wall is non-living and rigid layer. Rigid means hard, which protects the plant cells from harsh climatic conditions like high wind speed, variation in temperatures, moisture, etc. Cell wall also give shape to the plant cell. As these cells lack any skeletal support, bacterial and fungal cells also have the cell wall, but the cell wall is totally absent in animal cells. The next main important part of cell is cytoplasm. In this diagram, the light blue portion is cytoplasm. The cell contains transparent jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. It contains various substances such as water, carbohydrates, protein, fats, and mineral salts. Hundreds of chemical reactions take place in the cytoplasm. There are found several extremely small structures called cell organelles which are there present in the cytoplasm. These cell organelles have definite shape, structure, and function. The functions are like secretion, digestion, and energy generation are performed by different cell organelles. The cell organelles present in the cytoplasm are mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, etc. Cell organelles can be seen only with the help of electron microscope. The next main important part of cell is nucleus. This is spherical or oval structure found at the center of the cell. It is known as brain of the cell. This is because it controls the activities of the cell. The nucleus is surrounded by a membrane called nuclear membrane. It is the covering of the nucleus. This membrane is porous, means small pores or holes are found in this membrane. So it allows the movement of materials in and out of the nucleus. The fluid inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. In the nucleoplasm, there is found a spherical body called nucleolus. The nucleus contains a number of thread-like structure called chromosomes. Chromosomes are made up of DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. Chromosomes carry genes, which means they transfer characteristics from parents to children. Here in this diagram, you can see a structure of nucleus. Inside the nucleus are found thread-like structure which later becomes chromosomes. In human beings, there are found 23 pairs of chromosomes. Among these, 22 pairs are called autosomes and one pair is called sex chromosome. This sex chromosome determines whether a newborn will be a boy or a girl. As I told you that chromosomes are made up of genes, so genes are arranged in single linear order along the chromosome. And one gene may be responsible for single characteristic in their children. So various characteristics like eye color, skin color, hair color, etc. are transmitted from parents to their children. And this is transmitted through genes only. I hope all the topics must be clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.